Hello one for a new video finally. So I know it's been a while since I made a video. It's just there was nothing really to talk about last league just because Arch Nemesis was really bad. So I skipped a lot of it. But we're back now with Sentinel League. Looks, not the best, but I definitely think we'll be a lot better than last league. But we'll have to wait to see how the Sentinels work out, three of them more. But I think group play this league is going to be very strong, especially Empyrean's group is going to probably most likely make a lot of money on the Sentinels with all of them activating it per map. But let's go straight into it. So as of recording this, we got 5 more days still to go. I know I'm a little bit late on this. So it's going to be pretty much a quick one just because of the fact that there is no real updates and patch notes. So I'll try to make this a little bit quick. But pretty much Sentinel League, I'm pretty much only looking for the more important things. But like we know about the 20 new Keystones. As of the time of this video, not all of them are revealed yet. So by the time you're watching this, you know, GG could put out more of the Keystones. I think be probably Monday, if I had to guess. We have the 7 new Uber bosses, which I'm actually looking forward to the most. I think this is going to be probably the biggest part of this league. The new unique items that was created by the streamers. The revamped monster modifiers, which I'm actually not happy with. This is probably the worst part of this league. Game controller, no one cares about. Quality of life, which we don't know about yet. And the new challenge system. So, I'm not going to go over too much about the Sentinels, just because Grimro already made a very in-depth video about this. But pretty much these are the new mechanics. They're all going to be keybound, which it looks like based on the video, you can definitely change them around to what buttons you want. But you have yellow, blue, and red. You know, pretty much with these, you know, once they're depleted, we use like this one. When you run through your 8 maps, it comes depleted. If you want to infuse them with another yellow to make an even better one, you can. It's going to be interesting to see. These should be tradable. So you can definitely probably buy a lot of them if you can. But a lot of people I think are going to be, once people start figuring out the best combinations of all this, that's when I think these will take off more. So a lot of people probably for the time being just going to pick them off the ground, store them, and then just, you know, type in what they want to look for. Like if you want to look for like unique reward, type that in and get all those. You know, durations. You know, I think these are probably the biggest ones. Gonna be the empower enemies have a chance for currency rewards. I think these are gonna be probably the most expensive ones based on what we've seen so far, but could be wrong. Pretty much this will be real interesting to see. I'm pretty sure, to be honest, Grimro is probably gonna figure out the best combination of this. Is what I'm going to figure out, as I'm going to guess, just because Grimro is usually really good at that. But pretty much like your own little mini tree, the bar goes to 30, and you can make lines to improve each of them. But we don't have access to all of them right now, so we don't know what the best combination is. But I'm hoping this comes out before the league starts so people can start planning this out. But my guess, you probably won't see this until league start. Pretty much like I was talking earlier about infusing them, the power core, the transforming, the amplify, and the augmenting. Pretty much, you know, you take 2 dead ones and then make them into a better one. It's the easy way of describing it. These should drop, I'm hoping, pretty common, is what I'm guessing. And I don't think they're going to go for that much money. Maybe the augment one will. But like a lot of them just work on, like, you know, when you deplete them, throw them on a tab. And once people figure out the good combinations, that's when I think these will be more like, you know, like take 2 and then make one like this, which will have like, you know, currency rewards and chance of doubling them, which is a good combination. You know, like your basic one, the modifiers unpredictably have a higher chance of being a special base, upgrading tiers, higher modifiers. So it's going to be interesting if people figure out the best combinations. The new unique sentinels, you have to see how many of them are in the game, what they pretty much do. But, you know, like Empower monsters can drop 18 currency rewards. I'm pretty sure people are going to break this one pretty quick and find the best way to make, you know, duplicate that. That's 5 maps of 18 rewards, taking full advantage of that. I could definitely see this being really overpowered. Once people figure out more, like the Headhunter one, I don't think it's going to be that good anymore with Headhunter being nerfed. Pretty much the crafters are going to love this the most. I'm not a crafter, so I don't do too much with this kind of stuff, but I can definitely see, Path of Math doing really good with this. I can see Elshar doing a lot of stuff with this. Pretty sure I said the name wrong, but the one that crafts for Grimrose Group and Tunas. But I can definitely see people making probably some of the most craziest items we've seen this anymore. Like an Astral Plate with chance pass spell damage, which you can't even normally get. And having a Atlas Keystone on it automatically. You know, putting Power Charge with Elemental Weakness together. Alchemist Genuine with like Utility Flask Belts. Like, I definitely can see these are going to be pretty expensive, I'm pretty sure. They're going to have a pretty good, like maybe 50 to 1-2x each, depending on how good they are, what people want them. But I'm pretty sure the armor and the jewelry would probably be the biggest two. Maybe not too much of the weapon one. Pretty much, you know, new stuff on the Atlas tree. We don't know all of them yet, but pretty much just talk about the Uber bosses and stuff like that. And all the ones that have been revealed. Uber bosses, this is probably the most interesting one. So actually, the fact that 6 of the new Keystones. So pretty much Cortex, Cyrus, Maven, the blue and red bosses, Shaper, Uber Elder will all have Uber versions themselves, which I think will probably be the thing that everyone's going to try to farm for the most and push quickly. And it should be probably pretty close to the Fear difficulty if I had to guess, or maybe harder. Who knows for sure, but I'm pretty sure once people figure out how to beat them, they'll probably be pretty easy. It's just for the first time, it'll be real interesting to see. Like, yeah, Maven that can now drop Awaken and Power and Light Enhanced Jewels. That can be valid level 5, which I think should be real interesting to see. Like level 5 in Power, level 5 in Lighten, Enhance with certain build, especially with the Ashes of the Star, could be really busted. The new Massive Thread of Hope, this could maybe, Alpha Cyrus, that could maybe bring on new builds out. We have the new Forbidden Flame and Flesh Jewels that are going to have all Keystones that we don't even know, or Ascendancies that we don't even know about yet, like 9 Lives for Witches. So that definitely could bring out a lot of new interesting things from these. The new uniques designed by the racers, like the Cyrus's belts, the Infinite Hunger, Black Star. That's the amulet that I don't think is gonna be the most popular one, just because it's an amulet that's gonna compete against Omni and Ash of the Star. Shaper, Uber Elder. So I think we're missing regular Elder, it looks like. If he had one. I don't remember what the last one Lighty was able to design was for. But the Warcry one, I think, could be more of like certain play styles. The Chill one, I think, could be pretty fun to play with. But I think the most interesting one is going to be Mavens. But the fact that you can allocate other spots on the tree, I think that's going to be probably the most popular one. Especially if you get the one that gives you, I think it's Charisma, if I'm correct. The one on the Ranger side that gives you the mana reservation. Like, I think that could be probably the most expensive one in the league. So pretty much, you know, if you're a racer, hardcore SSF is pretty much, if you create new, if you kill the bosses first, you can create items again, like how it was last league, which I think could be really interesting, especially because it's for the August expansion 3.19. Pretty much, sadly, no nerfs, no buffs. So anything that worked last league will work this league. That's why I'm not going to put out a video about, you know, the top 5 league start builds, because just look at last league, what worked really well on week 1. Same builds are going to work again. EA Totems, Skeleton Mages, our Mage Skeleton build, you're going to have, you know, your Lightning Strike builds, your Seismic Trap builds are all going to be very strong. Your DD builds are still going to be very good. Like, there's still same builds that did good last league, just as good as this league. No difference, sadly. Pretty much, this will probably go over more in patch notes, but pretty much they removed all the old, what do you want to call it? The modifiers, I guess you call it. Yeah, the modifiers, monster modifiers on all the rares, and changed the Art Nemesis modifiers, which have anywhere from 2 to 3 or 2 to 4, I think. And then Magic all having 1. So, one of the biggest things with this is, which in patch notes, but you can only steal the buff once, and until that buff goes down to 0, you can't steal it again, which with Headhunter, it's really going to screw up the Headhunter builds now. So I don't think Headhunter is going to be as popular anymore. And I also don't think 5-way 5-way emblem carries are going to be as strong either. So they might have a big nerf to 5-ways. We'll have to see though. You know, cares, quality of life stuff, which don't know all of it yet. The new challenge changes, Keurig Vault, supporter packs, you know, stuff that don't matter too much. So pretty much like the cores, the new power core for doing each thing, the 20 new Keystones, 3 new Awakened support gems, the 6 new uniques, new various of 4 existing unique items, 5 unique items. Yeah, doesn't have winners. Added 12 new Divination cards. I'm not going to go over the Divination cards because a lot of people have already went over them. But the biggest one from this is going to be the Mage Blood. We do know from the person who created the card that he does not, GG didn't tell him where it drops, but the card's going to have a specific drop location. And once people figure that out, everyone's going to be farming that map. Or area, whatever the card it comes from. So Arch Nemesis change we already talked about. Pretty much the biggest change is going to be is Inspired Learning's Headhunter, which I definitely think now it's going to be everyone running Mage Blood with Inspired Learnings. That's probably the new meta. Because Headhunter should have a huge price fall this league, I'm guessing. And then I'm pretty sure Mage Blood is going to still be a one mirror or more unique belt, even with the Divination cards. You know, Bloodline Nemesis is gone. No more Nem 3 farming. Not going to go over too much about the Keystones. It's pretty much like if you want to make more content in your maps, if you want to add more life to your monsters, less life. Craft aware maps, which throw anything in there, it changes everything. Not too much interesting. So the more interesting one is like, you know, talk about the Uber bosses. They did change some of the Keystones, like I think it's down here, is it? Yes, where's the bottom? But pretty much they made the look, here it is actually, it's all here. So they did add, this will be towards the start by the one that gives you guaranteed essence and strongbox on left and right side of them. But pretty much they're pretty much making it so if you don't like a certain content now, which is one thing I think a lot of people have been waiting for a long time. Like say if you don't say if you don't like Harvest and you never want to see Harvest anymore, you can take the one node that has this on here and remove Harvest from all your maps ever. So you never have to see Harvest anymore, and it'll add a 2% chance to contain all the other content. So like if you don't like, let's say you don't like Metamorph, Blight, you know, Abyss, I'm definitely taking off. If you don't like those, you can take all those points for 3 points. And it's another 6 points added to chance of seeing everything else on top of if you take anything else on the tree. So I definitely think this is a big quality of life. I think people are going to pretty much use this nonstop. Like I definitely can see a lot of people doing the rogue markers, the Abyss one, the Blight, the Metamorph, you know, a lot. But I definitely think it's a very good quality of life. I definitely think it's a really good improvement for the game, or for the everything. So they also did, so the Syrian Exarch never had this before, which is a bad thing, but now it gives you a 50% chance to spawn an altar, which used to be on the blue one, but now it's on the red one. And the blue one, 50% chance, is now a 30% chance. So I definitely think it's a good change. You know, I think now it makes people actually will run the red one and blue together. So I definitely think it's a good change to the game. Yeah. So the 7 new Ubers, they actually did talk about what the actual is. You know, like Eater Worlds, does more damage. Their laser now applies Doom debuff on you. The damage dealt by a Syrian Exarch's flame wall skill and their melee. And the meteors are now bigger. And they're and also they had that little guy, they showed in the trailer, but that little monster that follows you too. The Black Star Fire Beam skill debuffs now cause take less damage. Infinite Hunger melee attack. You know, stuff like this I'm gonna skip probably. Yeah. Like if you want to, nah, who cares about that? So like no more all monsters released at once is gone. You can now also take Shaper and Elder influences and apply them to maps, which I think is probably really good too. So like Doriani's and Viking Square are finally gone from the game, so you don't have to actually worry about those maps anymore, which is really nice. So Opera's strong boxes cannot drop polish on white maps anymore, or gilded in white and yellow. So pretty much it means this gets a red. Like trying to look for more interesting things. Like Scotty Ports can be found in Shaper Guardian maps or Shaper maps. Keurig no longer gives you invasion because it's gone. So they added the maps back to the games. Like Alleyways is back, which is a good map. Mud Geyser is an easy map to get to the boss. Park, a lot of people do like this map. Core for Blight. I think anything else looks interesting. Tropical Island, Delirium Farmers are going to be super happy this league. And maps that are gone, to be honest, none of the big maps that I thought was going to be gone away went away. So they definitely did keep Cemetery. They kept, shit, what was the one called? Strand, I think it is. The one people did Delirium on. Yeah, they kept something away. One Haunted Mansion is probably gone. It's probably the most interesting one. But other than that, none of these like Silo, good. That map sucks. Belfry gone. That's okay. Like some of the maps that I got rid of is good, but the fact that we got Tropical Island back, Delirium is going to be really popular this league. So that's definitely going to be a big thing to look at. Shuffle maps again. Just change some of the locations for cards, which they had to do. The only nerf the Expedition got was the 20% chance for influence items instead of 35, which doesn't matter. Just some changes to Divination Cards, which are almost done too. So this is one thing that sort of is a little interesting is the new modifiers on the Carrick. So we have Fortunate Brave, like always. Breach is back again, which I'm surprised. Anarchy, 3 Exiles. Essence, for 3 Chaos to get 3 additional Essences now. But the fact that you take all the Essence node trees, I definitely can see Essence are going to be stupid cheap this league. And I think a lot of people are going to run this on their map device. So I think you're going to see a lot of Essence this league. Domination for Shrines, I don't think it's going to see play. Metamorph for 5 Chaos, not even worth it, because the Scarab alone is worth not even a Chaos. But the 2 biggest ones on here, I think, is going to be Harvest and Delirium. So, Harvest means that you're going to have a lot of people crafting items, which means they might not be as expensive this league, since Harvest is real easy to get. And Delirium, Tropical Island plus Delirium is going to be a really good one. Especially the fact that there's no other good one on here. So I can definitely see the fact that because we have Harvest and Delirium, I'm guessing, I could be wrong, but I think Exalts are not going to be worth as much money this league. Because I think people are going to want Chaos Orbs over Exalts. Because like last time we had Harvest on the map device, Delirium on the map device, Exalts didn't have a crazy value to them. Because everyone needs Chaos Orbs to run these 2. User interface, no one cares. And then fix some bugs. Wait, what's this on here? Hold on. Yeah, this is brand new, actually, it's the last time. Unique Affinity tab. Well, who cares about this? Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. But like overall, I think the biggest thing is going to be the Headhunter nerf. Is probably really going to make an interesting price on Headhunter. So I think what I'm going to do is on the first day, maybe towards the end of the stream, I'll probably jump on Standard, which I have my Autobomber with Headhunter on it, and maybe run a 5-way since it can do 5-way. If done a 5-way before, to see how the buffs are, and then also run a couple maps to see how the Headhunter taking stuff feels, to have an idea. Because if it's bad, I'm not going to go for Headhunter this league. I'll just go for Mageblood. If it feels good still, I'll still go for Headhunter. It just depends on how the feeling is. But like, overall, I think the league could be pretty good. I'm going to be playing on the actual league start this league, so it should be interesting to see. And the fact that we're finally back to videos means I'm not exactly sure what the videos are going to be this day. I think it's going to be a lot of videos about the Uber bosses. I think that's going to be my biggest section of videos this league. I was planning on doing a Legion project, but I don't think Legion's going to be worth running this league. The fact that I think emblems are going to be trash priced. But we'll see. I'm not sure how many videos are going to be before Friday. Because this video is going to be coming out on Sunday, which means we'll have 5 more days for a league start. On the Friday, I'll put a video out about what my league start is going to be. Because I know it's going to be most likely. I'm just going to wait until Friday to post it for sure. And then if they release more things between Monday through Thursday, I'll put another video out. If not, I'll just wait until Friday. Because it just depends on what they put out. Like if there's some decent quality of life changes, maybe. If they put out the new Atlas passive tree, which I'm hoping they do, maybe then we'll put a video about that. It just depends on what does GG put out before the league starts. But I hope everyone liked the video. Please subscribe below. Come follow me on Twitch. We should be streaming on Thursday before the day before the league starts, to go over like anything we need to go over. Figure out our builds, get the POBs all ready to go, figure out if we're playing solo or group play on League Start. So I'm playing actual League Start finally. And then also figure out if there's an Atlas passage tree, figure out what route we're going to take. But very short, was hoping to be a little shorter than this, but if there's anything I missed in here that I should have hit, please put in the description below so other people know, because I'm pretty sure I missed something. Try to go through this pretty quick. Just because there's not a whole lot of changes to the fact that nothing got big nerfed or anything besides Headhunter, but we'll see. I could be wrong on Headhunter, like everyone could be. But hope everyone liked the video. We'll see everyone on the next one. I hope everyone has a really good league start on Friday.